Alright, what is up you guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Amanda Jewell, and if you are new here, hello. I make college videos and I go to the University of Texas at Austin. You could say that this weekend was a really big surprise about what the University of Texas is doing.
Starting in the fall of 2020, UT Austin will cover tuition for students whose families earn up to $65,000 a year.
This is a historic moment for the University of Texas at Austin.
If you haven't already heard, the University of Texas at Austin decided to provide free tuition for students whose families make less than $65,000 a year, and to provide additional assistance to families that make up to $125,000 a year. This is crazy. As a student at the University of Texas at Austin, I did not see this coming. There was nothing going on around campus that led anyone to have a hint that they were working on this. However, over the weekend, we did learn that they came up with a $160 million endowment, which does come from royalties of gasoline and nah, who cares, right? Okay. Now, what is incredible about what they are doing is it is acknowledging the fact that the University of Texas has a very sought-after degree. Now, it also is recognizing that financial needs sometimes is the barrier between them receiving such talent in Texas, is that students cannot afford to go to the University of Texas. Not only is tuition up to $11,000 a year, but that is on top of your living expenses. As someone who goes to UT, I am very aware that it is so expensive to live in Austin. My rent for one room in a 4-bedroom is $1,100 a month, and that is before any other living expenses occur. That's a lot of money, especially for families that are in poverty or are just less fortunate. So a lot of students do survive off of scholarships, grants, and loans. The efforts of this is to create a more accessible higher education for students that come from poverty. This is something that I believe a lot of schools will now start wanting to implement. It is a great way to break the circle of poverty. If they are able to get into UT, which is a job all in itself, they deserve to be here. So by allowing these students to still come to UT without having to worry about tuition can help break this circle, because they will then carry on their education, get a degree from UT. They will have a very high chance of getting a job straight out of college, which could totally change their life if you're talking about not going to college versus getting your degree, especially from the University of Texas. This is a big deal also because there are over 44 million borrowers that have taken out student loans in America alone. There is a collective $1.5 trillion of student debt in US alone. Student debt is the second highest debt, so it's really awesome that UT is going to be one of the first schools to kind of break this barrier. So my question about all of this is this going to affect the grants that these students are receiving? If the school is giving you free tuition, are they still going to be giving you all of these grants that they are giving you through FAFSA if they're paying for the tuition itself? Which is one of my biggest concerns, because as a student who receives grants and loans, all of that money sees the school first before any leftover money hits my account. So even though tuition would be free, does it just equal out because you're not getting the same amount of grants? Therefore, you're still receiving the same amount of money because you weren't seeing those grants and loans anyway as they were paying for your tuition. I'm really curious about this, so if you have any idea or if you have a comment on that, comment down below. I really want to know, do you think this is going to affect the grants that are being awarded to these students? I also want to know y'all's opinion on if this is going to push for other schools to start doing this. I am so surprised that my school, UT Austin, is the first school to do this. I think this is amazing. I am really excited to see how it all plays out and what this means for the future of education and for the future at UT. I also really want to know, is this going to outrage the families that are paying more upperclassmen, more middleclassmen? I also believe this is going to have an effect on elections coming up in 2020. Back in 2016, Bernie Sanders was an advocate for free 2 to 4 year college education, and a lot of people thought that was insane. They thought it was very socialist, and now we see what's happening. So this could affect who people are voting for in elections. If people are wanting more colleges to do this, maybe it'll affect who runs for office. but that is all just my speculation. So let me know down below, what all do you think UT giving free tuition is going to affect? Are you happy about it? Are you mad about it? Let me know. Give this video a like, and if you want more UT related content, make sure to check out my videos linked down below. I also have a playlist dedicated to videos I've made at UT, ranging from how I got in, my thoughts on the University of Texas, and a lot of vlogs. You can see inside the scope of what it's like to attend UT, and I'm excited. So this does not go into effect until fall of 2020, so we do have a year for things to kind of boil down and figure out what it means exactly. And it also is not eligible for graduate students, so it's very interesting that we may find out more restrictions or terms and conditions. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to let me know what you think down below, and like this video, subscribe, turn on your bell notification, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye! You can go on over to theamandajewell.com to check out my website, and I also just launched my new blog. So if you want to check that out, just go to the link in the description or type in theamandajewell.com and you can read through my newest blog posts.